Islanders, my name is Anissa Hilaire and I'm back again with another one of our weekly weather forecasts. Today is Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. Jumping right in, we're going to be looking at our weather objectives for the week. We're going to be looking at half sunny and half partly cloudy days, a 90, as well as mid-humidity. Now before we get into that, we're going to be looking at our issued warnings from the National Weather Service. They issued a small craft advisory that is valid from 2 p.m. yesterday to about 1 a.m. Friday. And that is going to be dealing with strong winds at about 15 to 25 knots, strong wind gusts up to about 35 knots, and seas rising from about 6 to 9 feet. Now just to give you a little bit of a visual representation, behind me is a graphic of the wind speed. So over here in the Corpus Christi Bay area, we're going to be looking at this blue color. This blue color is going to be around 20 knots, and then once the green hits it, that's going to be 25 knots. So this is why the National Weather Service issued that warning. Moving along, we have our traffic for the day. We're going to be looking at Ocean Drive. Entering and exiting campus might be a little inconvenient considering they're doing some construction, but once you get down to Ennis, it should be smooth sailing. And now as you look at Airline, the intersection with McArdle as well as the McArdle and Staples intersection, it shouldn't be too bad, just a little bit of a slowdown. And then as you move along SPID to the Crosstown Expressway all the way to downtown, should be smooth sailing again. Just be mindful of potential lane closures as well as construction areas throughout town. Now moving along, we have our temperature outlook for the day. This morning it was about 68 degrees with the clouds being present. Right now it's about 85 degrees and it's mostly sunny, but then those clouds should come back later on this evening and it'll drop down to about 74. And then for our daily outlook, as I mentioned, there's going to be that 90 degrees that we're going to reach in a couple hours with our low of 74. But right now it is 85 and it does feel like 91 degrees. But again, shouldn't be so bad because of that 24 mile per hour wind that we're seeing. And then rain coverage, pretty much nothing. And humidities, kind of mid, not too bad. Now for our 7-day forecast, we are going to be looking at sunny skies for the first half of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then we're going to see mostly clouds Saturday, Sunday, and Monday before coming back with the sun on Tuesday. As for rain chances, we're going to be looking at pretty much nothing coverage. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is going to be extremely low before we get to Saturday, where we're going to be looking at 31 before dropping back down for the remainder of the week. Temperature-wise, we're going to be looking at today the highest reaching 90 degrees with our low of 74, and then the temperatures ranging throughout the week will be 80s, 70s, as well as this 69 for the high on Monday. Humidity-wise, it's going to be higher for the first half of the week, so today, tomorrow, and Friday, as well as Saturday, but then Sunday it's going to drop back down into the 40s and going on into Tuesday. As for the moon phases, we're going to be looking at a waxing crescent for the next 2 nights. Then Friday, we're going to see the first quarter. And then for the remainder of the week, we're going to be looking at a waxing gibbous. This is going to be a time for productivity. Now that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day.